Have you ever thought on how suspension works in CPM 2? Because the settings here looks complicated. Don't worry, I'm here now to explain all of this. By the way, please give a sub, guys, so you will be notified to my future tutorials. Okay, let's start. Why do we need to know how this all works? For us to drive better and tune it based on our preference. So let's start here on rebound. As you see, there's a sign. So this suspension settings is all about on how you want your suspension drop to the ground. You can adjust it on how hard or soft your suspension drops on road. There's two options here, the fast rebound and slow rebound. I know it looks complicated, but it's not when you fully understand how it works. Let's explain first the fast rebound stiffness. This settings is for the fast movement of suspension and on how hard or soft you want it to be, especially when you are going fast like on track racing. Adjust this depends on how stiff you want your fast rebound is. Adjusting it going to right will make it stiff. Adjust it going to left will make it soft. Now the slow rebound stiffness. You can adjust your slow rebound on how stiff you want it to be. Adjust this for your slow speed stiffness. Earlier, the fast rebound is for fast speed. Now this is for slow speed stiffness. Now for the bump. If earlier it's all about how suspension drops to the ground, now it's all about on movements of suspension going back to its position. You can clearly see it on illustration, the arrows pointing upwards. Now on fast bump stiffness. Adjust this based on how stiff you want your suspension when retracting on high speed. The slow bump stiffness. Adjust this on how you want your suspension to retract on slow speed. Now for the springs. As you see, there's an indicator, guys. You can see on illustration, the more spring compressed means it hard. Observe this illustration on yourself, so you can clearly understand it. Alright, let's start. You can adjust here the overall stiffness of suspension. The more stiff it is, the more height it will gain. This part is the most easy. Just adjust this, guys, for the overall stiffness of suspension. Now the ride height. It affects overall suspension play. So I suggest lowering it based on great wheels fitment. Lowering it right will make the car stable. Now the anti-roll bars. It's all about the car tilt feel. If you feel your car tilting too much when cornering, make it stiff so it will be stable. Now for the spacers. It is just for wheel fitment based on your car. If you have wide body kits, add more spacer. If you don't have, then just adjust it right, based on how wide your stock car is. Now for the alignment. Let's start at camber. Adjust it based on how you want your wheels to look like or perform. Take time to see my illustration. Now for the toe. This is what toe does to your car. I suggest to just keep it stock. Now this section is all about steering. Steering angle on how much you want your car to steer. Now the Ackerman. If you adjust this, when cornering, the inner tire will go to inside more, while the outside tire is vice versa. Now the caster. It is the suspension placement. Take time to understand the picture. That's all, guys. I hope you understand now how suspension settings works. If this video helped you, please give a sub guys. Thanks for watching.